Hey there. Lately, I've been seeing online a lot of these people who are getting a little bit bigger. They're not like really popular, but they have some people following them. They've sort of had like this thing where they think they're a little bit better, a little bit more demanding actually, and stuff like this, where they think just because I have a little bit of people watching me that I can sway people over more, and I'm right all the time. Like one thing just recently happened, this photographer, air quotes there, basically he was saying, he asked this other person, he didn't ask, he just like basically messaged him right away. He was like, take down the stuff before I hit you with copyright lawsuit and all this. And this dude is like, because the dude had edited a photo of his, which I'm not gonna lie, the original photo wasn't that great. It was really plain, really boring, and it was just against the wall, which was empty. And this other guy, the one who edited it, he made it nice. Like he put a flower on it. He made her into like this fairy thing, all because he didn't look at the post, because the post apparently said all rights reserved. And it's like, fine, that's all right, whatever. But the main problem was this: that's not important. He didn't know. Like he was brand new. Like it looked nice. A lot of people who were mad also said it looks nice, but he probably stole stuff. And it's like, no, he's brand new to the thing. Like he's brand new to editing. He even, like, it's pretty obvious like that. He's like, I didn't know what to do. I was just, I'm brand new to editing. He apologized and everything he said, and I just, like, you know, I made it because I saw the picture and it gave me an idea, and it's like, that's understandable. There's nothing wrong with that. And the other dude got mad because, like, you didn't credit me for my photo and you didn't credit me for any of the stuff. And it's like, the kid, he was like, oh, I didn't know I had to credit. And he's like, I would have credited, but I didn't know what it like to credit, basically. He was saying, like, he was confused. And this dude came right out of the park saying, I'm gonna sue, I'm gonna throw a copyright thing, have your whole stuff taken down. And it's like, this person just started. How are you gonna do that to them? Like, you didn't even give them a chance, like, to talk or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you do something like that to someone who's just starting out? You didn't give him like a chance. He apologized and he's like, take it down, take everything down. And it's like, he didn't even give him a chance to actually credit him or anything. He just forced him to take everything down. Dude who thinks he's good because he's a photographer and he's done a few things, thinks just because he has enough people that he can call this kid who didn't know, he called him a thief, stealing his stuff, claiming the things as his own. He's saying that he was claiming, the kid was claiming the photo as his own, which the kid wasn't. He even like said, oh look, he's even trying to sell it. The dude was dumb and he didn't actually check the link, which I did. The link led to a website where he sells, well, where he's trying to start selling his editing skills, like his actual, how he edits. He's not trying to actually sell the pictures. And it's like, really, like, doesn't matter. I know, like, there's these laws about copyright and all that, but it's like, that's stupid. It's dumb to attack someone who's barely starting out without giving them anything, like, without being nice first. It's like, okay, the person didn't know that he had to ask or any of this stuff. Like, most people don't know that. That's barely deeper stuff in copyright and all this that they don't know. And it's like, okay, people see other people putting up fan art and things like this and designing stuff, and it's like, you're really gonna attack this kid, this person who's just starting, because he made one mistake at the very beginning of his editing career. And it's like, you know, you basically threw him to the wolves. Like, all of this photographer's people, he put up the picture saying he didn't even credit the people and he was basically being rude. And it's like, get off yourself. You're not that great. Your photos aren't that amazing. They're basic things that anybody can do. And it's like, this kid who just saw this picture show up in his feed suddenly is in trouble. Like, he's afraid. He doesn't even know if he wants to do editing anymore because of this. And it's like, you're basically ruining things for other people when the way he edits it, which is not editing, the actual photographer, he just basically adjusts the lighting and does all this stuff. And it's like, if you complain about that, you're not good enough then, because obviously other people are nicer to the new people, to new communities. If you go up to someone who's playing a video game and like they're just beginning, and it's like, right away you take away their controller and stuff, and it's like, that's messed up. Why would you do that? This person's barely learning just because they messed up once or twice, and you just take away their whole controller and they can't play anymore. It's like, why would you do that? You're putting fear into these people who don't need the fear, who are like just want to express themselves. And it's like, honestly, I seen that and I was like, you could have easily just asked him to credit you and just been like, oh, it's all right, this because this person's obviously new. But you instead throw him to the wolves and have all your people, all the people who follow you, basically talk bad about him, saying, oh, he's a thief, he's worse than the people who sell their photos online and stuff, like basically calling him a rude person and like all these things. And the dude doesn't backfire at all. He's just like, he's afraid because he read the comments, he read the stuff, and it's like, really, he didn't even do anything wrong. He was just like there, and he made a simple mistake. You make a simple mistake at your job one time, they let you off, they explain it to you. Anywhere you go, if you make a simple mistake, most likely people are nice enough to tell you this. But instead, this dude was being a d-bag about it, and he's like, oh no, not gonna happen. You may be new, but you gotta learn right away. I'm gonna copyright you next time. Not even, he's like, I'm gonna copyright you if you don't take it down. And it's like, you didn't give him a chance to credit the person, you didn't give him a chance to credit you, you didn't give him a chance to do anything. Like, you just automatically threaten someone and think that's the right thing to do. It's like another thing where people are doing giveaways and stuff like that, and it's like, why are you doing that if you think you are above other things, when people are telling you that they're of age to get the thing, or they're telling you they have people, family members, their parents come tell you, yes, they're over the age, and you decide, oh no, I still can't do it because of the law. It's like, no, the law, you had the person ask, and the parent even told you, yes, they're over the age, and you still think you're better, and you're like, no, that person's still a minor. It's like, that's not how it works. Just because you have a certain amount of people on YouTube or a certain amount of stuff to say like that on like your social media, Instagram or Facebook or whatever, just because you have a certain credibility and certain level of followers and things, does not give you the right to do this to people. You think you're better is what you're saying in the eyes of a lot of people. It's like, the people who follow you mindlessly are just like, yeah, totally, you're right. And it's like, a lot of them suck up because they want that prize of whatever you were giving away. It gives them a better chance. Or people who suck up to the person without actually finding out the details for themselves. It's like, really, you're scaring a lot of people off the social media because of this stuff. And it's like, no, it's not bullying. Like, there's actual bullying. Like, that's fine. Like, I understand if you're getting bullied and stuff. That's some things are normal. Like, if you get into arguments with people online, that's fine. That's normal stuff. But when you're threatening to sue someone, when you're belittling someone online and crushing their entire social media thing when they haven't even done anything wrong, that is wrong. That's messed up on so many levels, and that's gonna crush a lot of people who just want to start out. Like, there are big people like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, all these people, like actual big people, way bigger than you, way bigger than your 100,000 people, or way bigger than the 500 people who follow you. And they're nice, they understand. They're like, oh, this won't be copyright. They won't throw you with a copyright thing unless you're monetizing it. You don't do your research on the things and you blame them. Like, do you know how messed up that is for someone barely beginning to be completely, totally crushed from doing what they want to do? Because you, who nothing wrong happened to you, they're not taking your thing, they're not saying they made it, they're not saying that they did any of the stuff. You are just ruining their stuff for them. They don't know what to do. How are they gonna do anything? Like, your skills as a photographer are cheap. Your skills at editing are cheap. They could be done simply by any other person. But just because some people think that they look nice and you think you're better than that person, you automatically think you can climb up and crush other people under your foot. And it's like, really, that's messed up to do. Now, I'm not gonna post any links or any of that stuff to the people who are being troubled or to the things that are troubling people. But it's like, this is actually just a thing to mold anyone who's like that. Get your stuff together, like for real. You're crushing other creativity when it should be flourishing on this internet. When it should be celebrated that someone took the time to go use your photo and put their hard work into it to make something beautiful, and you just basically are like, no, I don't want anything done to my perfect photos. They're not perfect, they're not worth anything. Basic level pictures that could be taken with a phone and some lighting rigs. And you think just because of that, not even lighting rigs, a phone, some lights from your house, and you can take those pictures exactly. And you think you can crush people because of that. Because you claim you're a photographer, or you claim you're a YouTuber or something. No, you can't do that. It's not right. It's not correct to do, to destroy other people's happiness because you feel threatened, because you have problems. If you have a problem with copyright against someone, simple thing to do is go up to them or message them or contact that person and ask them. That's the first thing you should do. You should ask them, oh, did you know that you're using my photo without my permission? And if they're like, oh, I didn't know, like I didn't know I had to ask, and you explain the things to them. You're like, oh, there's copyright things where you ask to be credited and stuff like that. And if they understand, they'll be like, oh, thank you very much, and they'll credit you. They'll be nicer, they'll be happier, and they'll be like, oh, but thank you. And this helps someone in the future when they have another problem like this, so they can ask before they do something, before they do anything. But when you're pushing all the blame on them, you're crushing them, and it's like they don't know. And that's also an easier way, because if somebody's a jerk and be like, I don't care, then that's obviously, you can say, oh yeah, I'm gonna copyright. Like, I don't care if you copyright me or any of that. Then you can say that, but it's like you're crushing someone who didn't know. So yeah, basically I'm just ranting about this stuff because it's been getting on my nerves. Like, I've seen it like time and time again lately. A lot of these, they're not even big online celebrities. They're not even big online personalities or entertainers or anything. Online, yes. They're photographers, yes. They're editors, yes. They're videographers and all these things, but they're not big. When this happens, it creates a bad image for you. And it's like, what you're doing is you're basically creating a bad image for that person, not the photographer, the one who edited the photo. You're creating a bad reputation for him, because this person didn't even know. They didn't even know what the problem was, and you're branding them as something so wrong and thinking, yeah, it's not gonna affect them. And it's like, your work could probably easily be switched out, like out of nowhere. Your photo doesn't need to be in that picture. The only reason they use it is because they thought, oh, an idea came to their head at that moment. And it's like, you're ruining their moments like this. So if you have a problem, talk it out. If you got people who are using your stuff, you go over to them and you tell them. You say, hey, you're using my stuff, can you maybe credit me and stuff? And if they're nice, and most people are, they'll be like, oh yeah, sure, I didn't know I had to do this stuff. Because it's not common sense right now. It's not common knowledge, well, that you need to ask for these things. Because the internet is public domain, basically, to a lot of people. They don't know what goes on and what the rules are. So you're going over to them and you're basically ruining their stuff, because you're ruining any chance that they have to be anything online, because you are being rude to them. You are being messed up. You are scaring them, and you're scaring all the creativity out of anyone. If you're gonna be that way, you shouldn't even be online. If you could, go back in time. Go back into a time where your photography probably would have been something. Like, maybe go back in time to the 1960s, where your photography would be amazing by those standards, because it would be all these, your camera and all this stuff would be more advanced. But here and now, where your stuff is mediocre and you're deciding to crush people because of it, nah, that shouldn't fly here. That shouldn't fly online. That shouldn't let people go in such a way. Like, you shouldn't be allowed to do that stuff where you're just rude to someone because you don't even know that person. You haven't even talked to them. You haven't even, the first message out of your mouth is a threat to them. If you're gonna be like that, you should definitely not be online. You shouldn't be anywhere allowed to talk to people like that. Not even in real life you're allowed to talk like that. You know what would happen if that was in real life? You would get punched in the face. And that's what would have happened. You think just because you got a little bit of protection online that nobody can reach you? So yeah, I was just ranting about this stuff. It gets on my nerves seeing these types of articles coming up, or these people coming over to me saying all this stuff is going on, or they might be sued for something they didn't even know. And it's like, it's not companies who are doing this to people. It's not big YouTubers or big bloggers or big anything. It's just like these little guys at the very bottom who think, oh, these people are using my stuff. And it's like, you're not big, you're not good at much of your stuff, you're still learning, and you're criticizing someone who's just a little bit lower than you. And it's like, are you sure that's how it's gonna go? Because that's not how it flies in real life. It's not how it's gonna fly when you're a jerk, when rumors are gonna be started about you. Because from what I'm hearing from people online is this photographer has like some weird fetishes. What I'm hearing from other people is like, this photographer is a jerk and sometimes he's rude to his actual models. Some say they don't even feel safe, and it's like, I don't want to start any of these rumors. These are rumors I hear. Or this other dude, some people are saying like he's a bit of a creeper who was doing these giveaways, or he's a bit of a weirdo, and like they give bad vibes from him because of all these things. And it's like, these are rumors. I don't know if they're true. They could be true, because the more bad stuff you do, the easier it is to make you look bad. I should know. I've had a pretty bad life. Like, it's easy to blame me for stuff. In school, I got blamed for that stuff. Like, I was made to look like a bad person, but I didn't do jack. Just because I happened to be around something bad so many times, by default, they went straight to making me look bad, and I didn't do anything wrong. And it's just like, it's messed up that these people are allowed to do what they want, allowed to ruin other people online. I'm gonna end this rant because it's like getting repetitive and getting very obnoxious, I can tell. But yeah, if you got any stories about something similar happening to you, like copyright, people threatening you, people trying to sue you, or any of that stuff, like your artwork getting used, or any stories about any of the stuff about online things like this. I'm not gonna say it's online bullying, because bullying is a different thing. And there are things that are gonna make you tougher online, like hearing people say, oh, your art is bad, or your photography is bad. This stuff helps. It may sound bad, but it does help. It helps build character on you. And this may sound stupid, like, oh, he's an old time person who thinks you need to build character. No, it seriously helps knowing that not everyone out there is nice. It helps build more to you. Like, you're more prepared, because people sometimes are gonna talk bad about yourself, because not everybody's gonna like it. So I understand there are things like that where they're gonna say, oh, your pictures look ugly, or things like this, and it's like, it's a critique to your art. You learn that not everyone's your thing, and you learn all these things, like not everyone's your audience, not everyone's your demographic, not everyone sees your vision the way you see it. So it's like, it's understandable. But when you're basically destroying someone, that is not right. And so once again, if you got any stories, anything you want to say, and drop them in the comments. I'm gonna read everything. Like any problems you had dealing with someone who's bigger, anytime you're a bigger person and you're dealing with a smaller person online, and how things worked out, things like this, drop them in the comments. Any thoughts? If you want, you can also link to your designs, your drawings, whatever, your photos, and maybe some people can check them out. I'll check them out, I know that. It's always worth it to have someone give you feedback and things like this. And if you ever need to talk, You can always message me on my channel, I guess, or message my page. But most likely just or you can message me on my email, which I will have up in a bit. I'm gonna head out now and